Glenwood finally got to play a home game, week 6. Back on their field after the grub situation and a new entrance onto the field coming down the big hill these days. They would need a big effort against that big man right there. Caleb Doherty and Eisenhower undefeated through 5 weeks of the season. This is not a bad start. Jabbar Cross, first drive of the game, a steady one. It was 7-0, Titans on top, but Eisenhower showed very quickly just how quickly they can hit. Jet sweep to the right. That is Eric Thomas, and E.T. gets to the edge, and once he turned it up, there was no stopping him. 32 yards to the house, 2-point conversion is good. It makes it 8-7. Eisenhower on top, but back and forth we would go. That was the story of this game. Jabbar Cross, we talked last week about the difference he can make at quarterback for this Glenwood team because of his playmaking ability. How's that for an example? A 2-play drive. That was the second play. It went for 60 yards and a score. And moments later, the trajectory of the CS8 season, and particularly Eisenhower's, potentially changes. Doherty hit at the line, works for extra yardage, but he does not get up. Takes a minute to try and figure out what's the deal, but he's helped off the field, doesn't put any weight on that right foot. He didn't for the rest of the night. Meanwhile, later on the drive, Tymon Scott trying to punch it in, finish things up, get some points on the board, but on the 4-yard line, he's hit. He fumbles. Glenwood would recover. They would not score on that drive, but that was not really the story. This was the story. Doherty on crutches. He would not re-enter the game. He never did put pressure on the foot. And Matt Skeffington steps in to take over, and after a Stephon Bobbitt interception, Skeffington hooks up with him. That's a first down. Moments later, Skeffington rolling to his right, finds Eric Thomas coming across the field, who again turns it up and gets in. That was on 4th and 11, a 32-yard score. Matt Skeffington stepping in and making plays. Doherty goes down, and it feels like Eisenhower is out of this thing. They were not, but neither was Glenwood. Zach Wardlow this time takes the handoff, goes 12 yards with it, 21-16. Glenwood back on top, 4.5 to play in the half, but then with less than 3, Skeffington leading the 4-minute drive. From the back foot, he hooks up with Bobbitt, who gets in the Titans territory. And then on 4th and 6, watch this. Whoop! That extra yardage picked up the first down, keeps the drive alive, and then Skeffington stands in, finds Bryson Bonds across the middle, ball down into the red zone, and they would cap that drive with Tymon Scott, the quarterback sneak from a half a yard out. Stop that guy. It was 22-21. Panthers back on top of the break. Second half, Doherty out in the street clothes, rocking the new Jays on a rainy night. That's a bold move, but his understudy, Matt Skeffington, was doing everything he could to pick up the slack. Skeffington to Stephon Jarrett, who picks up a first down. Then Skeffington on the read option gets to the outside, gets a big block, and gets taken out on the sideline, but he pops right back up, gets back to the huddle, gets to the next play, and again, look at this. Runs through his progressions, find Jarrett streaking back across the middle of the field. He gets all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and from there, it is Drew Thaxton who lowers the pads, and that'll win the battle, 28-21, with 3:13 left in the third quarter. A beautiful drive put together by the junior who's stepping in, but an answer from Manning Price and Jabbar Cross before the end of the quarter. That's a 63-yard hookup. It takes him down deep into Eisenhower territory, and if it worked once, you might as well go back to it. Jabbar Cross, Manning Price, touchdown, 28-28, all tied up. Final minute of the third quarter. Looks like that how we would go to the fourth. Yeah, Skeffington had some other plans. This girl, not impressed with Glenwood's score. She'd be impressed with this. She'd snap about it too. Skeffington steps up, and look at him running through arm tackles, gets to the outside. He's got a little juke in his step. And at the end of the third quarter, number 11 gets into the end zone with a 2-point conversion. Eisenhower back on top. This point into the fourth quarter with a backup quarterback in there, up 8. That's a win. Fourth quarter, Jabbar going to get licked at the end of this big run. Didn't matter. He was fine. Get back into the huddle, and it was a first down. And then Brandon Hay, big yardage, down into the Eisenhower red zone. And from there, a little bit of everybody on this one. Zach Wardlow, this is small versus big, and small one on that occasion. A 7-yard touchdown run, and Glenwood a chance to go for 2 and tie it up. But Wardlow, yeah, not going to happen this time. Big one, makes it 36 34 with 10 left to play in the third quarter. Fast forward now, same score, less than 4 minutes to play. Glenwood trying to find a way to take a lead. Looks like this will help. Cross to Zane Cormier into the Ike red zone, but the ball pops out. Stephon Bobbitt gets it, falls on it. The officials come together. The ball on the half-yard line in a 2-point game could be huge, but they call it a touchback correctly by the video evidence. It moves it out to the 20, but the Panthers offense cannot do anything with it. 3rd and long, Skeffington looking for Shalen Bond, but Justin Montre there to break it up. It forces an Eisenhower punt with 2:40 left on the clock. Still up 36-34. Brandon Hay steps up. He'll field the punt. He's got a crease. He cuts it up, breaks some arm tackles, and he will outrun the rest and slide into the back of the end zone. Go ahead, score Glenwood, or was it? Yeah, or not. Block in the back will bring it back all the way out to the 20-yard line. 2 plays later, Glenwood figures it out anyway. New quarterback Jabbar Cross finds the old quarterback Cole Hembrough in the back of the end zone. 14 still finding ways to make plays. Titans go up 42-36 with a minute and a half to play, which means one last chance for Eisenhower, and they would have an opportunity. This is the best of them. Skeffington, 2nd and forever, rolls out and looks for Eric Thomas, who's already got 2 scores on the game, and watch the effort. He was there, but on a rainy night, doesn't bring it down, and that's it. Glenwood picks up an impressive win against unbeaten Eisenhower, 42-36 on Friday night.